Okay, thank you very much, Brendan. There we go. Steve Cram, live from Oslo. The Dream Mile, soon to be underway. Over to David Coleman.
And Steve Cram, the new world record holder at 1,500 metres, a man very much in the news at the moment, and now seeking a world mile record holder, but the world mile record, but more important would be a victory over the holder, Seb Coe. There are 13 in this race, and such is the speed of this track. 24 miles have been run under 350. That included one indoors, and no less than 12 have been run at the Bislett Stadium. In this lineup, we've got an Australian, a New Zealander, 3 men from America, a man from Somalia, a Swiss, a West German, an Irishman, 2 Britons, a man from Spain, Gonzalez, and Khalifa from Sudan. Shows you the way they'll line up at the start. Steve Cram has just been introduced to the crowd. Saw Seb Coe a few minutes ago, jogging around, looked very, very relaxed indeed. That was Steve Scott, the American record holder, being introduced. Sebastian Coe. John Walker is one of our 100 4-minute miles. Wessinghager, the European 5,000-metre champion from West Germany, the German record holder. Gonzalez there going up the track, 1:42, the Spanish record holder. Ilhart of Australia, their record holder, number 4. So the introductions are pretty well completed. 1 or 2 names not been mentioned. James Mays, who's out there, the American 800-metre runner, who we expect to be in front in the early stages. There's Ray Fryn in the all red, the Irish record holder. And we've no less than 8 national record holders in here, as well as the world record holder and the world 1,500-metre champion. There are 13 athletes lining up. Sebastian Coe's world record, 3 minutes 47.33 seconds. A really tense atmosphere. And the Dream Mile has been well named. Cram and Coe next to the outside. Away they go, racing straight into this bend, and James Mays, as we expected, went off, and somebody's gone down right on the inside. It's number 71, crashes down, Deleuze, the Swiss record holder, the man who fell in the Olympic Games and went out in the first round, about 3 metres from the line. He's walked off in disgust. Too many athletes, really, chasing that spot, looking for safety as they race into that first bend. And the first target, if it's going to be fast, Coe ran the first 440 yards in 55.23. Still Mays leading, Ilhart of Australia in second place. Seb Coe right up there. Gonzalez right alongside him. Just behind him is Flynn. Cram keeping clear of trouble on the outside.
And isn't this the problem of the pacemaker, David, where James Mays has set off, Hillard's the only man that's gone with him, Steve Cram is beginning to go, but if Mays goes too fast, they won't want to follow because the race is more important than the record. And that's absolutely true of the 2 British contenders, the main contestants here. They want the race more than the record, and so if that pacemaker, James Mays, who's gone off, has gone off too fast, then the record may not be on, but there's still one tremendous race to come.
Time for the first lap, just over 56 seconds, a bit slower than Seb Coe's first 440 yards. But Cram has got himself involved in this race right away, and he's not letting the pacemakers get away either. So he's stating his case already. Looks to me as if Steve Cram is going to tackle this race from the front and say to Seb Coe and the rest, chase me, catch me if you can. So as they come around to complete 2 laps, Mays leads. Ilhart of Australia in second place. Steve Cram of Great Britain third. Bile of Somalia fourth. Coe of Great Britain fifth. And in sixth place is Gonzalez of Spain. Seventh is Scott of America. Eighth is Flynn. And ninth is Walker. 1:53.82 at 880 yards. And that is only just outside the place that Coe hit the halfway mark in. Still Mays leading. Ilhart in second place. Cram is third. Seb Coe 4. Gonzalez 5. Steve Scott goes 6 ahead of Bile. As they come round now, with 1.5 laps to go. And the lap mark is showing 2 at the moment, but they're wrong. And James Mays has dropped out, of course. And so, Ilhart leads now, the Australian record holder. Cram in second place. Coe is stalking him in third place. Fourth at the moment is Gonzalez, the Spanish record holder. And fifth, the American record holder, Steve Scott. With John Walker improving, and so too is Flint as they come round to the bell this time. And the time at the bell, 2:53.14. Coe's time when he broke the record was 2:51.9, so it's going to need a real last lap, but Cram has set out in pursuit. Coe is following him all the way. And it's the two Britons out in front. Gonzalez of Spain in third place, Scott is 4, and the race between the 4 as they come round with 200 to go. And Cram is testing Coe. Can Coe kick off a fast pace like this? And Cram is going away. He's now 5 meters clear, and Coe is beaten. And Coe relaxes. He knows that Cram is away and gone. And the world champion, the European champion, the Commonwealth champion, the world record holder at 1,500 meters, majestically comes striding away. This time, is it to crack the world record? Yes, it is. 3:46.3. Gonzalez second, Coe third, Scott 4. Bile 5, Water 6, Flynn 7, Khalifa 8, and Aragon 9. 3:46.3. The world record goes to Jarrow. And what a magnificent run. Well, the doubts have been expressed about tactics. It has been said that this man is predictable, but could you really predict that he'd be brave enough and bold enough to go away from a field of this class so early and run right away from them? And suddenly, for the old world record holder, well, he knew his days were numbered. He went right away, accepts defeat, very graciously indeed. But in fact, Steve Cram ran the finish out of Coe. That lovely high-stepping action took him right away. And the form he's shown in recent weeks confirmed today. And this is a young man who is only 24. And you have to say now, he's answered every question that's ever been asked. Just imagine the sequence. To win the Commonwealth Championship, the European Championship, the World Championship, to break the world record at 1,500 meters, and now to break the world record holder and beat him over the mile and set new world record figures. 53.2 for this last lap. And here he comes, bouncing down the track, and he knows beyond any doubt at this moment, he's not only won the race, but I'm sure he must have had time to look ahead and see the ticking clock at the end of the straight, and to know, too, that the world record holder at the Classic Mile, the world record at the Classic Mile was his. Gonzalez in second place, Coe slowing down third, Steve Scott in fourth place, and, well, Ron Pickering said a couple of weeks ago in Nice, he'd seen the greatest 1,500 meters race ever. But tonight in this mile, Cram was by himself and ran one of the great miles of history.
I can only confirm that, David. I'm sitting here absolutely speechless. His 1,500 meter time, 3:32.24. His confidence grew. He grew majestically during the race. He was looking around and looking around at Seb Coe. 25.5 for the last 200 meters. That newfound speed that he showed in that 1,000 meters just a week ago. And he's on one of those trips as Seb Coe was it 3 years ago when he set 4 world records in the space of a little over a month. He's got 2 in the space of 2 weeks. And the ease with which he ran that, and the ease with which he eased down, and the state that he's in now, tends to suggest that he could take that record down still further, and not before very long. It really was a magnificent run. And Seb Coe has to be congratulated for pushing them hard. They broke away from the rest, and Seb's interest in the race was lost once he saw Gonzalez come up to his shoulder and was watching the back of Steve Cram go away from him. It really was one of the great nights of athletics, a tremendous night here in Bislett, and that is the icing on the cake.
So in this remarkable stadium, that's the 45th world record to be broken, a sequence that goes back to 1924.